Hey guys, the FedEx guy just dropped off this package which I hope contains the answer to my RCA 621 TS picture tube woes. If you recall, I was asking for one of a few possibilities, a 7DP4 original CRT, or possibly this one made for the Air Force, which some clever individual figured out some years ago could work in an RCA TV. Fair Radio Sales was selling these for something like $10 a few years ago. And once the word got out that they could work in an RCA TV, of course they all disappeared. Well, I placed an ad on various forums and I got a response fairly quickly. And we struck a deal, so here it is. He never used it. He just tested it, I think, and kept it in the original box. Then he double boxed that in another box when he shipped it to me. So it's still got its original packing and coating on the CRT face and so on. I'm hoping it's still good. It's made by General Electric. It's a GL4592. Can't see the getter yet. I'm hoping it's covered up under here. Sure hope it's still under vacuum. Now it'll require some slight modification to work in the 621. It's a little bit shorter, but I don't think that causes much of a problem. I think the focusing is a bit different, and the high voltage connector is different. It's got, instead of having like a little cap that snaps onto the CRT, it's got a big block here that's molded right onto it and has this high voltage cable. So I'll have to check out what other people have done. I think the deal is you keep this cable on it and remove the one that's existing in the set and run this into the high voltage cage. We shall see. Also, it's got some kind of funky coating. I'm not sure if this is conductive or not. I do recall seeing one photo online of somebody took this on. I think they removed this coating and sprayed it with slip plate, which is a graphite conductive coating. Alright, so I'm going to carefully remove this to check that the CRT face isn't scratched, and then of course test it. I removed the coating and I found what looked like they might be getters down in here. So I hope that's a good sign. And the face of it is pristine, as one would hope. I wasn't expecting this to be quite so massive, high voltage insulation on here. I guess whatever application they used this and they really didn't want any high voltage arcing to anything. It doesn't run on that much voltage. I think it's, I don't know, 7,000 volts or something like that. That's pretty massive rubber there. Alright, so here goes. And yep, CRT is lighting up. It's a good sign. It hasn't burned out. Shorts. No cutoff control. Good emissions though. And a response to the cutoff control. Now this might use a different range for cutoff than the original. I don't know. So I'll try dropping this bias down a bit. Yeah, now I've got cutoff control. So like I was saying, there might have to be some minor tweaking to make this work right, but it does appear to still be under vacuum, and we got plenty of emissions, and I'm expecting the life test. It's pretty solid. It's dropping a bit though. Then again, I've landed this on for a few seconds. It's probably been sitting around for decades. Alright, so now that just leaves to check everything else in that set, because I haven't checked. I haven't pulled the chassis out. You know, I got to check the power transformer and flyback and the yoke and all that. But all of that stuff is far more obtainable than this. The flyback especially, I think it was common to all the early RCA sets. The yoke, probably not too hard to get, but I've yet to find a bad yoke in any black and white set, so I'm not really worried about that. Power transformer, I think it might be common to the 721. But But then again, I haven't found a bad power transformer in any site yet either, so I'll just keep my fingers crossed that all the rest of the stuff is good, and that somebody just stopped using the set because the CRT went bad, and that's that. Alright, so now I'll have to get online and investigate how people retrofitted this in. You can see there's the high voltage connector. Very different from what's currently in the TV for sure.